I'm Chef Diana, and I have my mom Janet with me today, and we're going to be making Mom's apple cake. So let's do it, Mom.
Okay. First,
so what do we have?
We have 3/4 cup of sugar.
Okay.
I'm using the golden sugar. And then we put 3 eggs, well 2 eggs, 2 whole eggs, and 1 yolk.
And 1 yolk, okay. Alright, well I will put those in here.
Okay. I was saying to Diana, this is a great cake because it's very quick. It takes about 20 minutes for me at home. And really the only hard thing is cutting up the apples. But you can put your dinner in the oven and then make a cake. And because it's single layer and doesn't have a lot of sugar, it's a very nice everyday cake.
That's great. Okay, so we have our cake, sugar, and our eggs in here.
Beautiful
now,
eggs.
How many apples do we have cut up?
I used 4 apples, so I still have 1 to cut up.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and beat that,
do this.
you can either use a stand beater or a hand one.
Oh, I don't want to put that. I was like trying to be really cool. Okay.
So you mix the sugar and the eggs together. And as soon as that becomes foamy, you're good to add the rest of the ingredients.
This looks pretty foamy.
That's foamy, you're ready.
Foamy.
So
Okay.
we'll put in 1 cup of flour.
Okay.
And 1 teaspoon of baking powder. We put in 1/2 cup of this wonderful sunflower oil. It's really delicious.
It's really good to bake with because it's really light, and normally a recipe like this would be like an olive oil cake, but because we're using sunflower oil, it's very light.
Right.
It's not heavy.
It is. It's delicious too. It
Okay.
adds a little bit of nuttiness to it. And then 2 teaspoons, I like, of the vanilla.
You like a lot of vanilla.
We like vanilla.
You're just so sweet, Mom.
Yeah.
This is local vanilla. This vanilla is
Yes,
made
the
here.
Schenk's vanilla. And then the last thing, this is Diana's, of course, add-on, is her spice blend.
Yeah, so it's the Autumn Harvest, which is a blend of different cinnamons and other sort of fall spices. So let me grab you a spoon.
Yes, so you tell me.
I would do like a 1/2 teaspoon.
Okay.
So I don't even have measuring teaspoons. I'm not as organized as you are. That's perfect. This
So
smells
about
good.
this much. Yes, it smells delicious.
Okay. So I'm going to whisk
So
these together.
Yes, do you want to show them what that looks like?
Yeah, I would love to.
Yes.
I love having my mother on. We love cooking together. We like to bake together. It's
Always
fun.
like together.
Oh yeah, this is becoming batter like instantly. So I still have a sunflower on the sides. I'm going to try to get it in.
And it's a thick batter.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
It's
real
thick.
cake batter
Mm,
on the thick side.
my favorite part.
Yeah, it's so good.
Don't eat raw eggs. Quit do. Let's go,
Okay.
Mom. So we're not going to use the beater anymore, right?
No, so we have
Chinese
the,
food.
all I'm doing with the apple is cutting it in quarters, peeling it, coring it, and then I'll just chop it up. And you can do this in the Cuisinart, but we decided we like this more rustic look of the cake when it has just the hand-cut apples.
Well, and I like the texture. If
Okay.
you were to like food process it, it would be.
Oh, it would be more mushy.
Yeah, I mean most apple cakes I think of have like a puree apple or you use applesauce. Where this,
Right.
like you feel the chunks. of the
Right.
apple, which is really nice.
So the apple is really the nice ingredient here because that's really what makes this cake not such a big indulgence. I mean, 4 apples and
1 cup of flour and
Very little
3/4
sugar.
cup of sugar.
so this is really an everyday cake. When I was growing up, of course, we had dessert every day. My dad had a real sweet tooth. I'm sure that Diana has talked about him.
Yes, the Smedley sweet tooth. My grandpa always told me to pick out my dessert first before dinner.
So that's where that comes from. But
Yeah, we definitely did not have dessert every night growing up. But we're
no.
making up for it now.
Yes.
Well,
And
and this isn't really dessert. This isn't like what you were saying.
Yeah.
It's not an indulgent cake. It's just a little sweet at the end of the day.
Like you could have this at tea time. If you
Yeah.
had tea at 3 in the afternoon or 4 in the afternoon.
Like we do in the Smedley family. We have
We
tea
do.
time every day. I do. I have my 3 o'clock apple,
Yes,
and I'll have my 3 o'clock apple cake this week.
that's right. So here's the.
Okay, so I'm gonna pour these in.
Yep.
It looks
and
so
then just-
beautiful.
just
That's probably
need-
like what, 4 cups of apples, maybe?
Maybe 3 cups because it depends on the apples. And I was telling Diana, I just use the apples in the refrigerator. It's no special, particular.
So I'm just gonna
Type of
fold the apples in. So basically, you go from the center of the bowl, move your spatula underneath everything, and then fold it over. This will keep your batter light. We'll incorporate the apples. That looks good. I mean, this is like this is basically apples coated in cake batter.
It is exactly that.
Okay, so what have we done to our baking?
Well, this is, I have used this baking spray, that is the oil that has flour in it. But if you don't have that, you have to grease your springform pan and then just dust it with flour on the inside like a regular cake. So then you just put that in there. This is an 8-inch.
Perfect. I mean, you know, I love a wooden spoon, but a spatula is really the tool for this job. All right, you want to smooth that around?
Yes, and then if you want a little crispy on the crust, you can sprinkle a little bit of sugar.
Do we reserve any sugar for that?
Uh,
Oh, let me get
You
some
can-
sugar.
Yeah,
Mother
you can
dearest.
just use table sugar or brown sugar, whatever you have.
I have some raw sugar, so
Oh, that would be perfect.
the chunkier sugar will keep its shape a little bit more.
Yes, but it just gives a little bit of crust on the top.
Smells so
Beautiful.
good.
Oh, it does smell really
Oh
good.
my god.
Yeah.
All right, so here's our cake. Looks beautiful, and we're just gonna pop it in, what, a 350?
350 for 55 minutes or an
So
hour.
our cake is in the oven, but you were so kind enough to bring us a cake you made for us yesterday.
Right. of
Voila,
course.
movie magic.
Yes.
So this baked for what, like 55?
55,
60
60 minutes at
Okay.
350. And basically you take it out in its springform pan, you let it rest on a rack for about 10 minutes, and then you can open the springform and just have it sit there like that until it cools down.
So you let it sit in the pan for 10 minutes,
Yes.
then you can release it.
Yes.
It looks so pretty. I mean, I like this cake. It's not fussy. It's just like
Just one layer.
makes you want to eat it. Okay. Should we try it, Mom?
Oh yes, definitely.
And it's really moist too, because there's so much moisture in apples. Apples are something like 80% water, so you put apples in anything, it'll be nice and moist.
There you go.
And it's so pretty because I like that we left the apples chunky.
Yes, it looks
Because
pretty
then
that
you
way
can see
for
the
sure.
apples in there.
Definitely.
So good.
Mm-hmm. I think of it as a very European cake. You know,
Yeah.
this could even be a breakfast cake in the morning.
Ah, cake for breakfast.
Okay.
It's a revelation. I love it. Everyone should have breakfast cake, man.
That's right.
No, it is, but it's not too sweet. But you could put a preserve on top. You could
Yes.
put one of our hot spoon preserves on there. You
Definitely the caramel
could
apple.
put caramel apple, Mom's favorite.
Yes.
She eats it out of the jar with a spoon. Or you can put fresh fruit or oranges or
Yes, anything
yogurt,
like that.
anything. All right, Mom. Well, thanks
Very
for joining
good.
us in the kitchen.
Wonderful to
Love
be
you.
here.
So again, I'm Chef Diana. It's my mom Janet, and thanks for joining us in the kitchen. Happy cooking.
Yes.